Hello to you, my neighbors on Rich Kids Island. Welcome to our space and to episode 19 in season 2 of the Hot Money Talks podcast. My name is Christine, Ishampepe the Money Mechanic, and I help you fix your finances. I am on a mission to equip Africa's younger population with adequate financial literacy, advice, and strategy so they can journey to financial freedom and live life purposefully on their own terms and to the fullest, because money is no more a barrier. I want you to live your best life. The Hot Money Talks podcast is a series of honest, open, and transparent money conversations that will guide you on your journey to financial freedom. Here on the podcast, we believe 100% that financial freedom is possible with the right set of knowledge, the right amount of time, and the right circle of people. So it's a cold Sunday evening in the city of Jos, Nigeria, and I'm here recording a podcast episode just for you because even though new episodes drop on Saturday, it's been 3 weeks since we had a new episode, and I just couldn't let another week pass by without giving you some juicy content. Life has been happening, yeah, but you know what? That's not even an excuse. So today's episode is an interesting discussion because I have been hammering on this subject of buying gold for a couple of weeks now. I made a post on it on my social media pages. I spoke about it during my weekly Facebook Live. And I even wrote an article about it in the just concluded Women Building Wealth Conference magazine. Yes. So what's the big deal about investing in gold? Stick with me to find out. In the meantime, the just concluded Women Building Wealth Conference, which I put together, was an incredible success, and I haven't gotten over the whole experience till today. WBWCon was such an incredible experience, and I loved and enjoyed every moment of planning and executing it. I mean, what's not to love about hosting over 100 beautiful, amazing, and intentional women who are building wealth in one room for a full day of learning and networking? Somebody shout massive. Oh. It was massive. We had experts from various fields of wealth creation who led discussions around how women can find their blueprint to wealth, and the knowledge shared was golden. The conference indeed sparked a fire in the heart of everyone who came, because the doings that some of the attendees are already pulling is massive, and I'm so honored and humbled to have been the catalyst for this wealth building movement in my community. A big shout out to all the women who came through for WBWCon, and another special shout out to those who traveled from different states to be in attendance. You women are amazing. WBWCon 2025 is already scheduled for 16th August 2025, and so if you are a woman who is passionate about building wealth, start planning to be in attendance because you do not want to miss this. Now, on to our discussion for today. So yes, I mean, it's nice to have gold jewelry and to adorn yourself with them, right? However, there is more to gold than just wearing them. Investing in gold has long been considered a smart move for those looking to diversify their investment portfolio and also safeguard their wealth at the same time. Now today, I'll be sharing with you a few reasons why gold remains a valuable investment even in times of inflation. The very first reason is that gold is a hedge against inflation. So usually gold is referred to as an inflation hedge. Why? Because even when inflation rises, the value, right, of gold historically has maintained, its value, or has been maintained, right? And even during periods of high inflation, the purchasing power of fiat, that's the money that you see and you have and you put in your wallet, erodes. But you see gold tends to hold its worth, and this enables you to preserve wealth over time. And so what this essentially means is that even when there's an inflation, in fact, for Nigeria, there is a hyperinflation, right? Gold has still maintained its value, right? And so it's no respecter of inflation, if I may put it that way. Now, a second reason why you should invest in gold is because of its intrinsic value. Now, unlike paper currency, the fiat, right, gold has intrinsic value. Why? It's a tangible asset that has been used as a store of value for thousands of years. So yes, people have actually used gold to represent value, right? And this physical attribute makes gold a very reliable investment because its value is not dependent on the policies of any government or of any financial institution. Whereas you know that fiat is subject to governmental policies and, other financial institutions. Now, a third reason why gold is a good investment is that it offers portfolio diversification. Now, if you know anything about investing, you would know that diversification is key to having a robust portfolio, right? Now, gold's performance often moves inversely, okay, so the opposite way rather, to that of the stock market and other financial instruments. Now, inflation causes market volatility, right? So it means that the market becomes very sporadic and it just goes crazy. Gold provides stability, and that stability is needed to reduce overall risk in your investment portfolio. So gold just gives your investment portfolio stability. Now, we're not in any way saying that, okay, gold do not have its bad days, if I may put it that way. But historically, it has been proven that gold is usually a stable investment. And one of the things that investors aim to do is that, yes, they may invest in volatile, things or volatile instruments, but having gold gives you a balance, even as you may have other instruments that are volatile. Now, another reason why you should invest in gold is liquidity. So gold is a highly liquid asset. And what does this mean? It can be easily bought and sold almost anywhere in the world. Now, this trait of liquidity is very crucial, especially during times of economic uncertainty or a financial emergency, because it allows investors to quickly convert their gold into cash if needed. I know of a certain woman, right, who sold some of her gold pieces when she needed to take care of some financial needs during a family emergency. So yes, you may see people who buy gold and you're just like, they just want to have gold earring, gold necklace. They just want to show us that they have gold. No, many of them have an investment side to buying that gold. And that's because gold is a commodity you can actually go into the market and sell. So if you have an emergency that is currently facing you, you can quickly go and sell your gold, turn it into cash and handle the emergency. Yet another reason why you should invest in gold is its limited supply. So the supply of gold is finite, right? Making it a scarce resource. Unlike fiat currency, which can be printed at will, the limited supply of gold helps maintain its value, right? So as demand increases, especially during inflationary periods, the price of gold typically rises. And so for those who have invested in it in those periods of time, they actually benefit from their investment. And of course, gold is a safe haven in uncertain times. Why? Because during times of economic instability or geopolitical tensions or market downturns and the rest, investors flock to gold as a reliable store of value. So like we said, gold has historical resilience, and so it makes it a dependable choice for preserving wealth. Now, I've shared with you 6 reasons why you should invest in gold even in an inflation. And investing in gold during such times provides numerous benefits. Okay, we've talked about preserving purchasing power, adding stability, diversification of your investment portfolio, and so many other things. And so by including gold in your financial strategy, you can definitely protect your wealth and ensure financial security even in the face of economic challenges. So don't just consider gold as just even an investment. Oh, let me just buy gold. But consider it as a long-term safeguard against the uncertainties of inflation and market fluctuations. So the question is, will you invest in gold? And you don't need to go and buy, I don't know how the carats are measured, but you're able to say 180 carats. I don't know, and the rest. All I can just tell you is that you can start by buying small quantities. All you need to do is just find a trusted vendor in your location or somewhere around you and start buying with the little money that you have. So I think it is quite safe to go with the popular saying that says or that goes, diamonds, but gold in this case, are a girl's best friend, I hope that after today's episode, you will actually make the consideration to invest in gold. Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Hot Money Talks podcast. If you listen to this point, then it means you have gotten value. Don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and share the link to this episode with someone you want to see win with their finances this year. It would mean the world to me if you took a few minutes to leave me a review in the comment section of this podcast so that others can see your endorsement and join the community of listeners who enjoy this podcast. Don't forget that new episodes of the Hot Money Talks podcast drop every Saturday, and you can listen to them on your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Subscribe and follow the show on either of these platforms so that you are notified whenever an episode is released. Recommendations are powerful, so please tell your friends and family about this podcast so we can go on this journey together. If you'd like to connect with me on other platforms, do well to follow The Money Mechanic at The Money Mechanic page on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I hope most importantly that you will take action on your finances today. Sending you love, light, and a sprinkle of money in between.